It took us 4 hours to track down the driver. When we told him where we wanted to go, he just shook his head and refused. I tripled the fare before he finally gave in, but the moment we got out near the ruins, he floored it and turned right back around. Amy said, he drove off like something was chasing him. We followed the map through the jungle. When the pyramid emerged from the canopy, everyone went quiet. Matthias pulled out his camera and said we should take a group shot. Before he could press the shutter, a man on horseback came charging at us, yelling in a language we didn't understand. I figured he wanted money, so I pulled out some bills and held them out. He shoved my hand away. Then more appeared. From behind trees, from the shadows of the ruins. One by one, they stepped out, all carrying knives. Amy instinctively backed up and raised her camera. The flash went off. The man in front immediately raised his rifle barrel, right at her face. Dmitri grabbed the camera, held it over his head, and moved forward slowly. He was trying to tell them we were giving it up, that we'd stop taking pictures, but they didn't take the camera. They pointed their gun barrels upward, toward the top of the pyramid. When we reached the summit, the first thing I saw was a tent, empty. Under some vines, there was a body. I raised my binoculars and looked down. The base of the pyramid was now surrounded by locals. They weren't coming up, but they weren't letting us down either. A cell phone rang. The sound was coming from an old well nearby. Matthias tied a rope around himself and lowered himself down. Suddenly, the rope snapped. He fell. Lucky for us, he survived. We heard him calling for help from the bottom. Stacy said, "Let me go." She was the lightest. She checked the knot, gave us a nod, and we started lowering her, but the rope wasn't long enough. She stopped a few feet above the bottom, looked down, and let go. She hit the muddy ground knees first. A moment later, we got her signal. She was alive, and so was Matthias. But she needed more rope. We searched every bag. Not a single extra inch. No trees near the well. No anchor point. Nothing that would let us lower her any farther. Amy said, "I'm going down to them." She turned and ran down the pyramid. I followed. When we reached the bottom, the crowd turned to face us. No matter how much we begged, they wouldn't budge. Amy, tears streaming down her face, grabbed a vine and threw it at them. It hit a little boy. Everyone went dead silent. Then one of the men raised his knife and aimed it at the boy.